Manchester City then 3, Fulham 2 is how it finishes. Julien joins us, but Stevie, I want to start with you. City could have lost this game.
Yeah, I mean, Traore should have had a hat-trick.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, you could probably say that Kovacic might have got 2 goals, but Edison's man of the match. You know, without him saving 2 and coming off his line so quick that makes Traore go over the crossbar, this could have been a whole lot different. And from the get-go, they couldn't control the pace on the counter that Fulham threw at them. Just couldn't do it.
And it's all about Adama Traore, who, of course, we've seen for Barcelona in the past, and we've seen this movie play out time and time again, where he gets into great positions, uses his pace brilliantly, but the end product just isn't there.
Adama Traore is proof, and I mean proof to the rest of the world that you just can't have it all. You can have the pace, and man, does he have the pace. You can have the strength, and man, does he have the strength. But when it comes to finishing, now it's the story of his career. It's not just today. You just mentioned this is something that we have seen from Adama Traore, and that the final product is just not there. And when you think about a player's ceiling, his ceiling is so much lower than it should be, and that his physical skill set should allow it to be. If you just take the physical aspect of the game, Adama Traore is at the very best, and I mean at the top of the world. But when he comes to that final product, he makes up for it. He goes all the way down to the very bottom. And I have no doubt that when he misses the first one, that plays a part in the second one. And when he misses the third one, or when he misses the second one, that plays a part in the third one. Because if we know it, right? We know that Adama Traore can finish. We know that he doesn't have final product. You think he doesn't know it? He knows it himself. He's lived through it. This has been his career, and he continues to put himself in good positions and continues to miss. It has to be so frustrating for him and so frustrating for the manager, for the fans, for his teammates, to see this guy running by people. We just mentioned it. Running by Kyle Walker like he wasn't even there. I mean, he started going, and Kyle Walker is he's like pulling the wind. Come on. He's not getting there. And to not be able to put the final touch on it, it's got to be incredibly frustrating.
If I'm Arsenal, or indeed Liverpool, you are heartened, despite the fact City didn't play well and got the result. But we've seen this vulnerability from City this season. Obviously, the absence of Rodri, we've discussed a lot, is a big, big factor, and you could see it today.
Listen, City have found it hard to keep clean sheets ever since last season. And while that's great when you've got the likes of Kevin De Bruyne and Erling Haaland available to you, more times than not, it catches up with you at some point. How City got away from this one with 3 points is simply beyond me. For me, it is inexcusable. Adama Traore's 3 misses are inexcusable at this level. The first, maybe you want to make an excuse, he had too much time to think about it, and Edison did well. The second, that's just routine, and you should not be putting that over the crossbar. And maybe in the long tail of this season, come May, nobody remembers this result, but City should have lost, and they'll know that. And not only that, it shows this vulnerability about them defensively that has been consistent. And while yes, they've been able to outscore that vulnerability, days like this they've got to limit, because I think the gap between them and everybody else has all but disappeared at this point. You cannot afford any more of these this season.
And Jules, I suppose normally the narrative is, yes, but you've got to win these games, play badly, but still take the 3 points if you're going to win the championship. But the problem is there is this soft centre to City. That's 8 games in a row now at home in which they've conceded, that you feel at some stage they're going to get caught out.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be fair, again today, for the first half especially, they were not the better team at home. Same against Arsenal, 11 against 11 in their first half. Back-to-back games at the Etihad where they conceded 2 goals in the Premier League. And Pep really unhappy with his defence. And I know it's his job to find the right balance. I don't think that Luis Kovacic midfield is going to work. As we saw today, I don't understand why John Stones is not playing more, even in the hybrid centre-back, central midfielder role, or even purely as a central midfielder, because clearly this is not, and it's not the first time that we saw. Rico Lewis is a lovely player, Kovacic is a lovely player on the ball, everything you want, but it's off the ball clearly, as we saw today, where they're struggling. And he needs to find a solution very quickly, because like you said, today they got away with one massively, but it might not always be like this.